Roblox is not just a game anymore. It is a virtual nation with its own currency, its own marketplace, and its own rules. And in 2024, humanity spent 73.5 billion hours inside it. That is an average of 2.4 hours per daily active user, every single day. Roblox is not competing with other games at that point. It is competing with sleep. So if you have ever wondered how a free kids game turns into a company that can generate billions, the answer is not hidden in some secret level. It is hidden in the economy. Because Roblox does not just sell fun. Roblox sells a currency, then builds a world where millions of people are constantly pressured to spend it. And the wildest part is that the engine powering this whole machine is not a giant studio in California. It is kids, teens, young creators, building, grinding, and chasing a future that Roblox controls with a few lines of policy. This is the dark economics of Roblox. Starting with the first trick, the one that makes Robux feel harmless. There is a concept in behavioral economics called the pain of paying. Spending real money is supposed to sting a little. That sting is your brain protecting you. It is the moment where you pause and go, do I really need this? But that pain gets quieter when payment feels less real, less visible, or delayed. That is why people spend differently with cash versus a card. Your brain does not react the same way when the money is abstract. Robux takes that effect and turns it into a lifestyle. Because inside Roblox, you are not spending dollars. You are spending tokens. $5 feels real. 400 Robux feels like points. And points do not trigger the same alarm. So you do one real-world purchase, one time. Then you spend for weeks in micro-decisions that feel tiny. 50 Robux, 80 Robux, 200 Robux. Each purchase is small enough to feel like nothing, but the total is very real. Roblox is not subtle about how central this is. In its own filings, Roblox says that substantially all of its bookings are generated from sales of virtual currency, which can ultimately be converted to virtual items on the platform. That is a fancy way of saying the money machine is Robux. And it gets even more calculated. Roblox does not treat your Robux purchase like normal revenue right away. It records those sales in deferred revenue and recognizes revenue over time as Robux gets spent, because people do not instantly burn their balance. They spend gradually. Roblox even estimates how long a paying user sticks around. As of the end of 2024, Roblox said the estimated average lifetime of a paying user was 27 months. 27 months. That is not a game design stat. That is a business model timeline. Now zoom out, because the currency trick is only half the story. The other half is the workforce. Traditional game companies pay massive teams to make content people want to play. Roblox scaled a different way. Roblox built the platform, then let creators fill it with experiences, items, and game passes. And those creators are often young. Business Insider profiled a 17-year-old Roblox developer, Lemonis Maleska, known as Lolaris, who had already made more than $100,000 on Roblox. 17. Building games on a platform where the currency is Robux and the cash-out system is controlled by Roblox. Business Insider also followed Alex Balfans, who spent his 18th birthday juggling real business calls while his Roblox game Jailbreak exploded. He said the game was on track to generate 7 figures in revenue that year, and enough to cover his undergraduate education. That is not an edge case vibe. That is the dream being sold. Kids log in to play, then they learn Roblox Studio, then they start building, then they start thinking, maybe I can be the next one. Maybe I can hit 7 figures. Maybe I can pay for college. Maybe I can escape. So when we talk about the dark side of Roblox's economy, it is not just microtransactions exist. It is the emotional reality of thousands of teenagers grinding after school for a currency that does not belong to them. Which brings us to the part everyone argues about, the cut. Where does the money go when Robux gets spent? People online love to scream one number, like, Roblox takes 70%. The truth is more specific, and honestly, more revealing. It depends on how the sale happens, because Roblox controls the lanes. Roblox explains that generally, as users purchase and subsequently spend Robux, creators of the virtual item receive 30% of the Robux, the seller or distributor of the virtual item receives 40%, and the platform receives 30%. But Roblox also says the creator is often the seller. So if a creator sells their own creations within their own experience, Roblox says they receive 70% of the Robux spent, because they are acting as both the creator and the seller. But if a creator makes items available through the marketplace, Roblox says creators receive 30% of the Robux spent, because Roblox is both the seller and the platform for those marketplace transactions. So the real story is not one universal percent. The real story is lane control. Roblox built them all, Roblox runs them all. Roblox decides how every transaction is categorized, and Roblox gets paid differently depending on the lane you are in. And even after a creator earns Robux, the story is not over, because Robux is not cash. To turn earned Robux into real money, creators go through DevEx, the developer exchange. Roblox's DevEx terms say you must be at least 13 years old, you need at least 30,000 earned Robux, and you are not allowed to initiate a cash out more than once a month. Then comes the exchange rate. In the DevEx terms updated in October 2024, Roblox listed the cash out rate as $0.0035 per earned Robux. Later, Roblox announced an increase. Robux earned from 10 a.m. Pacific Time on September 5th, 2025 onward cashes out at $0.0038 per earned Robux, while older earned Robux continues to cash out at $0.0035. So yes, real careers can be built here, but those careers exist inside a system where Roblox controls the currency, controls the marketplace lanes, and controls the cash out gate. Now the final layer, Wall Street. In 2021, Roblox announced it planned to go public through a direct listing. And when Roblox debuted, it was valued at more than $45 billion, with a reference price of $45 per share. That matters because the second you become a public company, the incentives change. Public companies do not optimize for vibes. They optimize for metrics. Growth, engagement, monetization, every quarter. And Roblox posts numbers that sound like a country. For full year 2024, Roblox reported $3.602 billion in revenue, $4.369 billion in bookings, 82.9 million average daily active users, and 73.5 billion hours engaged. That is not a kids app. That is a global attention factory with an economy inside it. And you can see the corporate brain show itself when you look at platform fees. Around the time Roblox went public, it was reported that more than half of Robux sales were going through Apple and Google app stores. So Roblox started nudging people to buy Robux through other channels. The Verge reported Roblox began offering up to 25% more Robux if you buy through gift cards, on your computer, or on the web, and suggested it was likely tied to avoiding app store fees. Read that again, slowly. They will give you more currency for the same money if you buy through the door that protects their margins. That is not a game mechanic, that is finance. So zoom out and the picture gets uncomfortably clear. Roblox built a system where money becomes tokens, tokens become habits, habits become hours, and hours become a business that can be analyzed like a tech stock. And while that system can create real opportunities, it also creates a darker reality. Teenagers grinding inside an economy they do not control, chasing the dream of a breakout game, while the platform controls the currency, the lanes, and the cash-out gate. Is Roblox evil? Not automatically. But it is one of the most sophisticated mixes of psychology, marketplace economics, and platform power that millions of kids and teens interact with every day without realizing what game they are really playing. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So tell me, does this change how you see Roblox? And if you want more mini documentaries like this on TikTok's algorithm, Discord's economics, and the psychology behind the apps you grew up on, subscribe. We are just getting started.